Many of you have speculated for years and years, is Stepanka a low-class escort? Is Stepanka a lot lizard? Is Stepanka a cheap hooker that stands on corners and accepts dollar bills in exchange for blowjobs? Well, I have some news for you. I am a high-class escort, and I only have sex with the rich men in exchange for pearls and jewelry and Fendi pocketbooks. And that is the only payment I accept. And of course, $1,000 bills. A lot of you might wonder, how does Stephanie afford to live in Manhattan? She cannot possibly be making enough money on YouTube, and those sponsorships, they can't be paying for her expensive shoe habit. And you are correct. I am having lots and lots of promiscuous, uninhibited sex with married men in exchange for pearls, jewelry, and Fendi pocketbooks. Now you might be wondering, how do I escort and where do I find my clients? Well, it's all very easy. I hang out at fancy bars in Manhattan, and I dress up like this because my tits are out, and I give men this look. And that pretty much does it. I don't ever have to do anything. I wanted to call myself something classy, alluring, mysterious, and a little seductive. People call me Pussy. Now you may ask, Pussy, why do you do this? Well, the answer is I only care about 3 things: money, cash, and currency. What does a typical day escorting look like? People will text me and ask me what my rate is, and I scoff and I say, have you never had pussy before? Pussy only takes payment in 3 things: pearls, diamonds, and Fendi pocketbooks. Which one will it be today? Richard, the Wall Street executive that comes on Mondays, says, well, I've already gotten you 5 Fendi pocketbooks in the past month. And I say, a 6th will do just fine. And then he says, oh, but I don't have enough money. And then I say, well, it looks like you're not having any pussy tonight. Everybody wants pussy, but not everyone can afford pussy. So then Richard, being the pedestrian fuck that he is, decides to offer me a Louis Vuitton pocketbook. And I tell him, what do you think? I am a peasant? So then he offers me $2,000. And then I tell him, Richard, what do you expect me to do with $2,000? Wipe my taint with it? That's taint wipe money, and I don't accept taint wipe money. I am Pussy, and I have worked too long, sucked too many dicks, and taken it up the butt too many times to accept $2,000 in exchange for my company. So I guess it's not a very busy day for Pussy, which is fine because I think I have a yeast infection anyways. All right, that's quite enough of that. All right, so, okay. Wow, if you have made it this far into the video and you know this is all a joke and this is all just a character that I'm doing for you guys today, then congratulations, you have an IQ of over 100. So why did I dress up like a high-class escort today? Why did I put on my pearls? And why did I do my hair like, I don't even know what the fuck this is actually. Just a feeble attempt at trying to look glamorous. So I am discussing this and joking about this today, not as a way to offend escorts at all. As you guys know, I worked in the sex industry. I was a dancer for a brief period of time in my life. I do not look down upon people in the sex industry at all. I think that if you enjoy it and if you can walk away from it and with some dignity, then that's amazing, that's great. But the reason why I'm bringing this up in today's video is because out of all the things that I have been accused of, slut, skank, gold digger, undercover police officer, just kidding, that actually never happens, I get accused of being an escort or a prostitute more often than anything else. It's very offensive because I clearly make my money on YouTube and Patreon and through sponsorships, and I work very hard to maintain that income. So when people insinuate that I'm an escort because of my sense of humor, because of the way that I dress, I think that's really screwed up. And it is very in line with the mentality like, oh, if you dress a certain way, then you must be a certain way. It shows just how screwed up our society is, and women should be able to cover up or not cover up as much as they'd like without people judging who they are. And it's very, very ironic because regardless of the way that I dress and the way that I present myself, I'm a very, very sexually reserved person. So I've dealt with accusations of being an escort a lot, and that is probably because I do live in Manhattan, I live on my own, I afford a certain lifestyle for myself, which I work very hard for, and so of course I will be accused of being an escort. But I want to tell you guys about a story, and this happened about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. It's been quite some time, and I've wanted to talk about it on my channel actually actually, but I haven't because this kind of involved a friend and I didn't want to make the situation any worse between me and this person. So about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was friends with this girl and I'd only met her once. We were kind of like pen pals. We texted with each other. We were always communicating through social media and we got pretty close. I opened up a lot to her. She opened up a lot to me. I felt really close with her, and at one point we did hang out because I was visiting the state that she lives in, and I liked her so much. I thought she was so pretty and so interesting and so down to earth that I was like, hey, you're awesome. One of my friends thinks you're really hot. Why don't I hook you two up? And this is a friend of mine that I have been friends with for almost 10 years who knows me through and through. They ended up getting into touch with each other and hitting it off, and he actually flew out to go see her and hang out with her. And he told me that apparently I wasn't as good friends with her as I thought we were, and that apparently she was telling him that I was an escort, which he laughed at because my friend knows me better than anybody. He knows all of my dirty little secrets. He knew about me being a stripper before anybody knew about it, but the fact that they stooped so low to try and convince my friend that I was an escort was just really, really low. And that was not the last time I dealt with something like that. I've dealt with that time and time again. I have dated people where their friends were like, oh, she's like definitely an escort. I don't know why I keep dealing with this throughout my life. I just kind of laugh at it now. So what I think that this all boils down to is, don't judge a book by its cover. No, I am not an escort, and I think it is wrong to look at people and make assumptions about them based on the things that they have or the way that they dress. And I just find it really, really funny that people look at me and just assume that the only thing that I have to offer is my body and my looks. I feel like I am an intelligent, interesting, and funny person. And yes, I do use my body and my sexuality to get clicks and views on YouTube, but I don't think that all these people who come back day after day to watch my videos would stick around if all I had to offer was tits. I do have something to say, and I think that a woman is allowed to be sexy, sexual, show her body, do whatever she wants, but still be interesting, funny, personable, and intelligent. I don't think that you have to be one or the other, or that you have to choose. Women and men are multifaceted, complex human beings with many, many different sides to them, and I have a sexy, sensual side, a slutty side, a smart side, a funny, goofy side, and I like to show all sides of myself on my channel. There are some days I want to wear a turtleneck and talk about fucking Edgar Allan Poe, and then there's days that I want to show my titties and talk about anal sex, and as a 21st century woman, I have earned that right to do whatever the fuck I want. So there is that. And that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, enjoyed the message. If you guys would like to have pussy make another appearance in a future video, click the thumbs up button and also subscribe to my channel by clicking right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!